Sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check. Give me a second, everybody. Sound check, sound check. Are we live yet? Type in the chat if you can see my screen, hear my voice. Alright, we are live, right? Sound check, everybody. And welcome again. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Why good morning, good evening, good afternoon? Because New York, it's 10 a.m., it's morning. Geneva, good evening, good afternoon, right? 3 p.m. Kuala Lumpur, good evening, 10 p.m. And Sydney, they're sleeping 1 a.m. Alright everybody, Dukascopy webinars, Dukascopy streams. We are back to square one, right? Today it's our first lesson, starting from scratch, market structure and trends. What is market structure? Everybody, as always, if this is... Hello Stanley, how are you? If this is your first time, everybody, never forget trading is a learnable skill when you learn in the correct way. Alright, why? Because you can learn in the wrong way too. Alright, there is some logic to the markets you're going to understand with time, and my goal is to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years, starting from scratch, right? You don't know anything about the markets, and on average in an institutional way. What does this mean? Everybody, when it comes to making big money, millions, mega billions, how does this go? Like, Stanley, where are you from, Stanley? let's use you as an example. Stanley, where are you from? Let's use it as an example. Doesn't really matter, just type a city or a country or whatever. So everybody, how this goes? Does this goes like, oh, you've been you've been on a demo account for 2-3 months, and you go to an institution like Dukascopy, you go to Switzerland and you knock on the door. Nigeria, alright. So when you go to Dukascopy Nigeria and you knock on the door and you tell them, oh, I'm a trader, just give me the money to trade. And they're going to say, oh yeah, Stanley, there is a desk for you to sit, there is a desk for you, and here you have the mega millions, and just trade, just be rich, have a rich life, right everybody? Is this how it goes? Or it's a little bit different? In an institution, right? You might know it, you might not know it, so just from the movies, right? You go to an institution so you entered, right? Whatever it was, a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy, or somebody went to the university, like example, SMB Capital, Mike Bellafiore from New York, they are accepting internships. So you start as a junior analyst first, alright? This is the long story short. Alright, and it's generalized. You start as a junior analyst first, everybody, and then if you do good, if you're a good analyst, then you're going to be promoted to a senior analyst, and if you keep doing good, then you are going to offer you a new position if you want. Some people say no, some people accept, alright, now that you've been a senior analyst for XYZ number of years, if you want, you can go and become a portfolio manager or a trader or whatever might be the vocabulary, Does this make sense? Yeah, you wish, right? We don't go knocking on the door. You can try knocking on the door, but doesn't work, does it? And everybody, because this is our first lesson, making money in the Forex market, it's not easy. you are going to lose money. Don't fool yourself. You are not going to be rich in 1 year or more. Beginner traders talk, don't yell at me. Skills take time, alright? And you're going to graduate from this course starting from today. Number one, you have your chart set up and ready for trading. We're going to work on this one today. Number two, you have a strategy in place, not today, but you understand how your probabilistic thinking, how you understand probabilities affect the strategy. And number three, you have a complete understanding of how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Today we're going to work on number three a little bit. Please disclaimer, these trainings, these webinars are not trading or investment advice. We're here to learn. And let's get your expectation in line. Do not expect to become consistently profitable in the first year. Focus on the process of learning instead. Learn about how this market works. Then you move to be the successful trader you always wanted to be. And for question homeworks, you have the email, everybody, and Skype. Alright, if you didn't receive the free manual, which is this one in PDF, courtesy of Shola and Ernesto, everybody. Alright, on the road to become a professional trader, professional Forex trader course 101. And here is the how to become a professional trader. Number one, Forex course 101 is going to take you, if you are complete new, is going to take you 1 year just to learn how this market works, to learn the tricks and the mix. And then if you want, not mandatory, you can join the money phase. It's called the Forex course 202, the advanced institutional trader course. You are going to learn what tools institutions are using to make money. So you're learning the business part, alright? And I'm telling you, Forex course 202 and how to make money, it's not glamorous. You know, it's not glamorous at all. It's boring and so on and so on. So from the manual, technical market structure. The market structure is specific for the Forex market. We are not talking about the participant, but about the technical market structure. So let's go on, everybody, let's go on. Let's open a platform, and I'm going to open classes. Give me a second. You can do the same. Open a monthly chart, everybody, on AUD CAD, right? Open a monthly chart. So AUD CAD monthly chart. Alright, give me a second. And you need to go to settings and preferences and general and click here on UTC, alright, to have more data. Okay, everybody? Now this is AUD monthly chart from JForex, and delete, there you go. Or you can go on trading view and you can do the same, right? You can go to AUD CAD trading view, and you open the monthly chart, alright? Okay. Now, talking about the technical market structure, we are talking about what is the technical market structure where everything starts in this very course are the so-called monthly bands. Monthly bands, alright? So try to draw something like this on JForex, or I'm going to go in here, and this is the monthly chart, AUD monthly chart, alright? Now on TradingView is going to be a little bit different. You're going to see more data, but you know, try to do something like this, alright? Monthly bands, alright? Okay. No, there is no right or wrong. It's an area, right? So you don't need to be perfect to that people. Oh, tell me your monthly band that it's 107.6. It doesn't really matter because it's an area, right? You can see the market here. You know, you have some candles up in here. You know, and you have see some candles here. You have a tail down in here. So it's an area, right, everybody? So we're talking about the technical market structure from the monthly bands. Alright? Now, when you see something like this, do we agree, based on what you see, that the market hit the upper band area, went down to the lower band area, hit the upper band area, went down to the lower band area, and hit the upper band area? Type in the chat, do we agree? Based on what you see, do we agree? Type in the chat, yes, I can see it. Type in the chat, no, I cannot see it. Type in the chat, yes, I agree. Or type in the chat, no, I don't agree. Stanley, Shola, Hedge Fund Trader, Clara, Ala, Sync, 4K, and everybody else, can you see it? How this market moves? From one band to another band, to another band, to another band? Alexander, yes, alright. Stanley, yes, I can see it, alright. Now, if I click on AUDCHF, everybody, is going to be a little bit a different story, right? So it's not clearly, those monthly bands are not clearly defined, right? So this would be the upper band, and I mean the lower band. Somewhere up in here would be the upper band. Agreed? It's not clearly defined. Like, oh, I cannot see, you know, the market ranging between those two monthly bands. Agreed? But if I go to AUDJPY monthly chart again, what do you see on the AUDJPY? If I put, based on what I see, right, if I put something like this, and again it's an area, okay, can I say, alright, this looks like similar in terms of the monthly bands. Oh, the market hit the lower band, area went to the upper band, lower band, upper band, lower band, upper band. Not sure about this one, this was kind of shady, you know, and now it's at the upper band. Or, alright, I can do like this, right? So, okay, I can increase the lower band because the market stopped going down and went back up. So this is AUDJPY. Alright? If I go to, not to waste time the whole lesson on the 27, if I go to Canada JPY, monthly chart, now this is from the classes, right? I'm going to remove drawings, Canada JPY, alright, and if I do something like this, alright, and something like that, can I see the market gravitating from upper band area? Give me a second, everybody, sorry about that, I need to quiet the phone, turn off the phone. Alright, lower band, upper band, lower band. This lecture series is going to be, give me a second, let me say hi, I have a heart. This lecture series is going to be added to this year or next year. Shola, this year. When the stream is over, the recording, it's going to be up there. So this is Canada JPY, everybody. Now, Euro, what? Euro GBP. Because it's a difference maker, everybody. Euro GBP, alright? So you have the lower band, right? And you have the upper band up in here, but pay attention because Euro GBP, it's locked into this small consolidation. Alright, and if I go to Euro JPY again, you know, monthly chart, Euro JPY monthly chart, and if I do something like this, everybody, or like the, well, it hit here too, right? So Euro JPY, well, if I start in here, it's alright. Didn't the market go from the upper band to the lower band area, lower band, upper band area, upper band, lower band area? Did reversed in here but didn't go down back, and it's moving now up to here. And if I go to Euro New Zealand, everybody, monthly bands, can you see it? And if I go, yeah, all the monthly chart, if I go to GBP, JPY, everybody, and if I click on GBP CAD, monthly bands, area, lower band, upper band area, and if I click on NZD CAD example again, NZD CAD, you know, down here and up in here somewhere, and if I go to a little bit different, right, small consolidation, if I go to USD CHF, everybody, USD CHF, we have the monthly bands, but we are similarly to Euro GBP, you know, this would be the lower band down in here, and not sure about, but let's say that this is the upper band. But so far, talking about USD CHF, we are locked in this smaller consolidation from 2011. And if I go just randomly USD CAD, maybe USD CAD and monthly chart, don't we see, everybody, the lower band playing out from before? So starting from here, didn't the market reverse at the lower band area, and the upper band is going to be somewhere up in here? So I can see, everybody, we can see this on AUD CAD, right? We can see this on AUD CAD. We cannot see this clearly on AUD CHF. We can clearly see this on AUD JPY. We can clearly see this on AUD NZD, but also it's locked in the smaller consolidation. We can clearly see this one playing out on give me a second, everybody, on AUD USD, Canada CHF, similarly to AUD CHF, not that visible, Canada JPY, monthly bands, CHF JPY, monthly bands. Look at CHF JPY, right? Aren't we at the monthly band right now? CHF JPY, Euro AUD, and so on and so on. Type in the chat, everybody. Can you see this? No, this is not a conversation if you agree with me. I'm asking you if you can see the monthly bands. Type in the chat. Hedge fund trader Alexander, hedge fund trader Stanley, hedge fund trader Shola. Do you see the monthly bands on almost every currency pair? Almost every currency pair? Shola, yes sir, alright. Now, if you want, this is the Sorata, hi. Now this is the simplistic approach, alright everybody? If you want pen and paper, if you want to write down a little bit of fundamentals or economy class, you know, this is specific for the Forex market, not the crypto market, not the stock market, not the ETF market, not the gold market, right? This is specific for the Forex market. The monthly bands is what is called the technical market structure. The structure of the market, speaking technically, this is where money it's made and lost. In between, you make money and you lose money. Me, you, investment banks, hedge fund, BlackRock, JP Morgan Chase, Dukascope itself, John, Jane, Patrick, you know, this in between, it's when money is being made and lost, right? Now, a little bit of economy. So why the Forex market is structured like this? Okay? Why? Because you have two different countries. In this example, it's Australia and Canada, right? Australia, it's one part of the world. Canada, it's far, far, far away on the other side of the world. I mean, it's how you look at the globe, right? And those two countries, everybody have their respective governments, agreed? But you might not know that governments operate similarly. Now, this is a simplistic approach. You can read tons of books, you know, if you want to get more specific, right? Now, those governments operate similarly to a company, to an enterprise. Okay? What does this mean? This means that they have assets, liabilities, expenses, income, and those two countries, everybody, you might know, you might not know, they also export goods. They export goods and they also import goods. Does this make sense? You might know it, you might not know it. Alright? So in this example, Australia is building houses or it's building furniture, and just an example, Canada has a lot of wood. Australia too, but not that much, right? Canada, they have the big trees, you know, and a lot of. So Canada has it's abundant in wood. Example, you know. So they are exporting it, you know, they are selling it. All right. When you hear something, oh, this country is exporting, it means that this country is selling to another country. All right. And so Canada is exporting wood, example, and Australia says, all right, we need the wood, so we are going to buy from Canada. So Australia is importing the goods. All right? And what we just described, simplistic approach, it's called international trade. All right, everybody? So the Forex market, again, this is the simplistic approach, and if you go on USD JPY, another example, you know, the Forex market is nothing more than a contract between the two countries, alright, because those two countries want to maintain the international trade stable. Does this make sense to me? To you? If you don't understand, type in the chat. I'm going to explain it a little bit more in detail. So here you have USD JPY, you have the United States dollar, and you have the Japanese yen. Alright? So if Toyota from Japan, we try to promote the stream a bit, but looks like the notification and email newsletter are useless. Thank you very much. So Toyota is exporting Toyota cars and bicycles, right? You know, Toyota is exporting Toyota cars, the Toyota Corolla to, you know, to the USA. Does this make sense? Most of the guys understand about cars, so let's educate. We talked about wood, USD, JPY. Let's talk about Toyota cars, you know, Toyota Corolla, whatever may be the case of the brand and the name of the car. So Toyota is exporting, all right, because there is an owner of Toyota, there is a dealership, you know, in the USA that sells Toyotas too. Alright, everybody? Now, Toyota manufacturer is going to sell Toyotas to Toyota seller, the dealer. The Toyota manufacturer, and this is key to understand the monthly bands, the Toyota manufacturer is going to ask to be paid in Japanese yen or in US dollars. Type in the chat, what do you think? There is no right or wrong, what do you think? What do you think? Boss, can you repeat the question? If Toyota is exporting Toyota cars from Japan, where they're using the Japanese yen as a fiat currency, money, cash, to the USA, alright, is Toyota manufacturer company going to ask, oh, pay me in yen, or is going to ask, oh, pay me in dollars? Alexander, dollars. Alexander, where are you from? This is not a theoretic question, everybody. This is not theory, right? Of course, you can ask any country you live about anything, but what is the currency they are using in Japan? Belarus. So if you are exporting something to Japan, Alexander, would you ask them to pay you in Japanese yen? Everybody, does the conversation make sense to you? Alexander lives in Belarus, I live in Brazil, and you know, me and Alexander, we sold something to a Japanese guy, whatever. And the Japanese guy is going to give us what? The yen, right? I think yes. Alright, everybody. Long story short, right? Simplistic approach. So Toyota is going to ask to be paid in yens, not dollars, right? Not dollars, in yen. Why? Because they are using yen as the currency, right? If you come to Brazil with dollars, you cannot buy anything with dollars. You need the Brazilian real. Alright, everybody, this is the long story short. Okay? And vice versa too. If USA is exporting something to Japan, let's say that USA is exporting, I'm not sure what USA is known for. Let's say that USA is exporting hamburgers. Stupid example, but still. Let's say that USA is exporting hamburgers, you know, USA, and we have a storm in here. USA is going to ask to be paid in US dollars, not in yen. Does this make sense, everybody? Type in the chat, yes, this makes sense, or type in the chat, no, this does make sense, USA is going to ask to be paid in yen. Does this make sense, everybody? International trade. The country that is exporting is going to ask to be paid in the currency of the country. Does this make sense? Shola, yes sir. Stanley, yes. All right. Now we talked about that. This is the let's go to CHF-JPY. All right. Now we said that countries operate similarly as a company. All right. And if you can see now, CHF-JPY, you know, the CHF is very strong. Agreed, everybody, in this chart? CHF is what's called the base currency. So this chart clearly shows us that CHF, the Switzerland franc, is strong, right? And it's at the upper band. Now, of course, not from one day to another, but if Switzerland operates like a company too, and they have expenses and income and assets and liabilities, you know, income, expense, all right, and not in one day, but with time, you know, like with 5 months, 6 months, a year, you know, the government is going to look at the revenue, all right, is going to look at the money of the country, and is going to say, all right, so our exports, just an example for you to understand, our exports are down 10% or 20%, whatever, just an example. Does this make sense? Exactly. Imports and exports. A little bit of economy right now, yes sir. Alright? So again, we are not going to enter into politics. This is not the purpose of this stream, but of course every country wants to sell as much as possible, right? Because the more money for the country, the better the prosperity, and so on and so on, right? Can we understand this? You too, if you have a business, you are selling pizza, or you are selling iPhones, or you are selling pen, you want to sell everybody as much as possible, wouldn't you agree? Sure, it makes sense, alright. What if your exports, meaning you are selling stuff, are down 20%? Wouldn't you start to look, oh, what's the reason? I'm Switzerland and I'm exporting Lindt chocolate, or I'm exporting watches, everybody, alright? And now my exports are down 20%. Wouldn't I look, oh, what's happening? You know? And I'm going to go to my trading partners, you know, and I'm going to, just an example, simplistic approach for you to understand what you're looking at right now. And you're going to go in the, look at your book and your books, and you're going to say, oh, why Japan is not buying that much? And then you go to Euro CHF. Why Europe is not buying that much? And you go to GBP CHF. Oh, why Great Britain is not buying that much from us? And then you go to NZD CHF and you look, oh, why New Zealand is not buying from us that much? And lastly, you go to USD, you go to the United States and you say, oh, why the United States is not buying that much? Makes sense? Those are the trading partners. Canada CHF too, right? Oh, why Canada is not buying that much from us? Answer? Answer, what's the answer? I know this has nothing to do with trading, a little bit of macroeconomy, economy, whatever. Because you, Switzerland, you are too expensive. Everybody, does this make sense? If you are Japan, example, all right, let's go to CHF JPY. All right. And remove drawings. If you are Japan, right, and you are importing watches, right? Okay, just a stupid example. So you are importing the watches, okay? A commodity, could be anything really, all right? Now Switzerland wants to be paid in Switzerland francs. But whatever, Europe wants to be paid in euro. So you are the same Japan country, and between those two, because you operate like a company, you want to have the best deal with the less cost. Agreed, everybody? Economy 101. You want to get the best deal at the best price, meaning the lower the cost. You want the best quality, but you are trying to lower the cost. So when you're going to import watches, are you going to buy from Switzerland and pay in Switzerland francs, or you're going to buy from Europe and pay in euros? Boss, this is the same. No. There you got it. Welcome to the Forex market. This is exactly not the same. Difficult lesson to understand, everybody? So you as Japan, you are going to look at the commodity, a glass, a mug, a cup, and you are going to say, alright, if I buy from this trading partner, how much the cost? If I buy it from that trading partner, how much the cost? Business 101. Alright? Now, but you are Switzerland now, and you are seeing that your exports are going down and down and down and down, and you understand that your exports are going down because your currency is too expensive, right? Boss, what does this mean that the currency is too expensive? If you go to a Hard Rock Cafe, example, restaurant in Switzerland, you are going to pay for a pizza 10 euros, alright, or Switzerland francs. If you go to the same Hard Rock Cafe and eat the same pizza in Brazil, you are going to pay 1 euro or 1 Switzerland franc. Exactly, tourism too. Make sense? So how much expensive or not is the currency? This affects what we do. Wouldn't you agree, everybody? You have 1,000 euros or $1,000 example, and you are trying to go on vacation. Are you going to go with the same money to a place that you are going to stay 2 days, or you are going to go with the same money, same currency, to a place that you can stay 2 weeks? Where are you going to go? Same money. The McDonald's hamburger, that is the same hamburger. Is the same hamburger. This is key to understand the Forex market. Is the same hamburger. The same hamburger made in the same way. It's a recipe, it's a formula. Doesn't cost the same in Japan or USA or Croatia. You are going to have a different cost. Does this make sense? Why? Because of the currency that is used there. Make sense, everybody? And if you are from Belarus, if you go to the USA on vacation, you are going to change to dollar. If you go to Croatia, you are going to change the currency to euros. And if you go to Japan, you are going to change the currency to the Japanese yen. Now, before we finish for today, so what happens in the Forex market if So this is the international trade. Those two countries have a contract, like two people, they're doing business, they sign contract, import and exports, and because they want to maintain the international trade stable, what happens when the currency range gets too out of control? You've heard this already. What happens? What is going the central bank potentially? I'm just giving you a class, this is pure speculation. But you're a country and your exports are falling, because your currency is too expensive. Now you are going to call the president of your central bank, and what you're going to tell the guy or the girl? Make it expensive, or we need a cheaper currency. And what is the name called? Anybody? Bank interven? Who's going to type in the chat? Bank interven? It doesn't happen every day. Those are cycles, right? Exactly, central bank intervention. So if the market gets too out of the range, now this is theory about economy, macroeconomy, international trade, right? So if the currency gets too out of the range, then the international trade is in danger. You as a country are making less money, you are selling less. So the central bank potentially, this is politics, is going to start to buy or sell the respective currency and try to influence the market and bring it down for the other players, the investment banks, the hedge funds, the traders, the prop firms, the retail traders, the whole industry, to understand that, right, now this market is going down. So the long-term direction is going to change and continue the import and export game of the international trade. Central bank. Why the news move market for just a short time? Great question. Simple answer, because it's 7 trillions per day market. Not even the central bank is going to, they can influence the market for a few hours if you want. Alright, they can influence the market, they can try to influence the market for a few hours, but they are not going to move the market, alright? Make sense, everybody? The central bank can influence short term, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, but the majority is not the same. It's 7, not true. Not true. You can go online and do a research. How much money, when the central banks intervene, how much money are they throwing in the market? And the Forex market is a 7 trillion per day. No central bank in the whole globe has that kind of money. I don't agree with you, all good. Do your research and come back to this class and tell us what you find out. Fair enough, everybody? So this is just theory, because we don't know how, we don't know when, but they could. Make sense? But this is a politics decision. The politicians decide, alright? The prime minister, the finance prime minister, the president, I don't know, I'm an ignorant on politics. Alright? Now, what has this to do with trading, everybody? So if you believe that everything we said today has some logic, then how would you trade AUD-CAD long term, up or down? Type in the chat. How would you trade AUD-CAD long term? Long term means the next decades. Is the AUD CAT chart telling you, oh, we are long term going down? Or is AUD CAT chart, now this is you as an analyst looking at the chart, or is AUD CAT telling you where long term we are going to go back up? How do you understand the chart? And of course, in between, the market can do anything it wants, right? But lastly, 7 times out of 10, everybody, probabilistic thinking, lastly, 7 times out of 10, this currency pair is going to go does country gain or give me a second. Does country gain or bust their economy by trading their currency? Does country gain or burst their economy by? Absolutely. The cheaper the currency, the more you're going to sell. Down. Very good. So we don't know how, we don't know when, right? What about AUDJPY? We don't know how, we don't know when, but everybody give me a second. Everybody, sorry about that. Almost there. So this is AUD JPY, right? Do you have any currency pair that you are doubtful, everybody, if long term is up or down? Long term, exactly, long term. See, let's look at AUDJPY, right? So the market hit the upper band area, right? And went down a little bit. Now it's going back up. It's retesting, right? So in between, the market can do anything it wants, how it wants, when it wants. But long term, talking about the next decades. Monthly chart, every candle is a graphic representation of a month. Everybody, so from this was 20, now to hit the upper band, now it's 2023, 3 years going up, right? And it's still up. All right, long term, exactly. So USDJPY right now, USDJPY, we are at the monthly band area. So this high up in here could be a level, you know, so the market potentially can go up in here. Make sense, everybody? But long term, international trade, right? USD CAD, USD, NZD USD. We didn't talk about NZD USD. NZD/USD monthly bands. This is the lower band area, not line to the pip. This is the upper band area. Where do you think NZD/USD is going to gravitate? We're going to learn about support, resistance, pivot points. In between, the market can do anything it wants. Everybody, if you would have this knowledge, do you understand why technically the market went up to here and is gravitating down technically? What is one force affecting the market? What is one force that it has a meaning in the market? Is the trend line, the support, resistance, pivot point, the Fibonacci, the downtrend, the market wave, the candlestick formation, which we didn't learn anything of yet? What is one force dragging down the market? This is today lesson number 1, the technical market structure. This is long term. Make sense, everybody? The band is dragging down. So our knowledge is limited, but one force that you can explain, oh, why the market is doing this and this. One, it's the monthly band. Why the market didn't go up until here? Because of the monthly band. Make sense? Why the market came to here and not down to here? Because it didn't hit the monthly band. There are many answers that you can, there are many questions that you can answer with the monthly band. Make sense, everybody? Randomly, what? GBP/NZD? GBP/NZD? Where do you think this market is going to gravitate long term? And what would you do, everybody, as a trader, not a trader yet, as an analyst? What would you suggest to your trader? You are the junior analyst. If you would knew about the monthly bands, the market went down to here, you know, what would you suggest to your traders? In your hedge fund, you are a nobody, like me, we are nobody. We are a junior analyst, and GBP/NZD is down in here. In 2016, would you tell your traders, and this is not a strategy, would you tell your traders, oh, go short and short, or would you tell your traders, oh, pay attention, Trader John, pay attention, Trader Jane, because we're at the monthly band area. So me as an analyst, nobody, I don't know how, I don't know when, but I believe, based on the theory, economy, macroeconomy, international trade, I believe that Great Britain and New Zealand, they are friends. I believe this market, you know, they're going to respect the deal between them. So I believe this market is going to go up. And what happened? Oh, but it's sideways and it's up and down. Sure, in between, the market can do anything it wants. This is where you win and lose money. But the direction, were you right on the direction? Is the market falling? Did the market fall down? Did the market fall down? Or is the market steadily and slowly gravitating up? Is the market down here at 1.1000, or is the market at 2.2 from here? Did the market go up or did the market go down? Shola is saying, get ready to reverse your position. Exactly. And they are going to call you a genius. Shola, you are such a genius. Stanley, you are such a genius. Alexander, you are such a genius. Right, everybody? They're going to, oh, you have the crystal. How did you know? Probabilistic thinking, everybody. I wish it would be that easy, right? But the monthly bands are the first factor, the first indicator, the first tool that you are going to address when you build your strategy. The monthly bands, talking about long-term direction, are the strongest force. Alright? Based on what you study and see. Before we finish, homework. Homework. Oh, you love homework, right? Homework. Chart the monthly bands on the currency pairs of your interest. What does this mean? The currency pairs that you are going to trade. Until tomorrow, and tomorrow we don't have, you're lucky everybody, we don't have class, Dukascopy webinars, until Monday. Until Monday, chart the monthly bands on the currency pairs of your interest. Currency pairs of your interest are the currency pairs that you are going to trade. Alright? And come back on Monday with questions. That being said, have a great weekend everybody. Stay strong and study the chart like a responsible business owner. Study the charts like a boss, and this is Mike, the